recent International Food and Agribusiness Management Association World Conference in St. Paul focused on food security to 2050. At the event, we talked with Kansas State's Vincent Amanor-Boadu, who conducts research in several African countries. The issue of food security on that continent is incredibly important. The USDA is projecting Sub-Saharan Africa to be the most food insecure region in the world over the next 10 years. But Vincent says the traditional small farms across Africa could provide an opportunity for U.S. farmers to supply those markets with agricultural products.
The African economy is very dichotomized. You do have very poor people who are living on less than $1.25 a day, but you have a growing number of the middle class, and the middle class definition is very different from ours. In the African Development Bank defines middle class as people who are spending on average $2 to $10 a day. Okay, and that's the fastest growing segment. And those people are looking for packaged food products, they are looking for meat products, they're looking for dairy, and so when you walk into a supermarket in any of the African cities, it's full with these products. Right? So it's a very interesting picture usually when we talk about poverty and hunger and food security in Africa. It's very, very differentiated.
Do they have operations where you can build up livestock in those countries, and the U.S. could find a partnership with selling grain or feed products there?
So the smaller livestock like poultry is a great opportunity. So soybeans, for example, creates a great opportunity for entering the poultry industry, and that is emerging. The challenge we have to be cognizant of is that Brazil is closer, right, in terms of transportation of soybean and soy products to most of Africa than we are. And so we have to think about our cost of production, the cost of our transportation, and our value proposition, and then build these alliances so that if we have investments, then we can build those into the vertical integration components to minimize our competitors from that way. But that's the reality on the continent.
We talk so much in agriculture about Asia, China, and Japan and their importance, which they are. But what is the opportunity on the whole scale in Africa?
Well, think about it this way. 20 years ago, the location was Asia. Okay? Today, what is happening is that Asia is in Africa, right? Buying land, producing, so that they can be food self-sufficient. Okay? So here's our customer that we've built a lot of investment in, going out and building into production. What does that mean for us? We have to start thinking about this from the perspective of competitiveness. And I worry about that because I'm traveling around Africa and I'm seeing the Chinese, playing in all aspects of African life. They are building roads, they are building houses, they are investing in businesses, and I can't find any American company doing that. And for me, when I look at that, I project forward 20 years, the same way that we did when we had, Nixon opening up China, the whole engagement with China, which froze out, other players who had not figured out how to do it. And that's the same thing that I see here, where now, the American public policy engagement with Africa is one of trying to tell Africans how to live like us. Mm-hmm. And then the Chinese are coming in and saying, we want to do business. So from a long-term engagement perspective, putting into the fact, putting in perspective that the middle class is growing and they need products, I think that what we need to think about from our perspective is to look for opportunities to create markets for our farmers. I mean, first for our food products, which generally will use our farmers' products, and that chain creates opportunities for our farmers here.
Our past coverage from the recent IFAMA conference includes interviews on big data and international trade. They can be found in the June 19th episode of Market Journal.